digging and the planting yourself. You can hire someone to do that for you. But it's important, as the owner of that garden, to know what you want it to look like, how many roses, how much lawn, what colors you want. You'll choose all of those things. But you can the paperwork, who will pick up your stuff, who will submit your KYCs, who will make sure that your garden is ticking on time. And then what you must do, like you would do with any garden that you're proud of, is look out of your window every so often and make sure that everything is going as planned, and there's nothing that is dying from lack of attention, and that everything is working. That's fundamentally excuse me, fire him and get a new advisor, because that person is not working for you, he's working against you. An advisor's job is to be help you understand what that product is. Do not buy a product you don't understand, and don't use an advisor who cannot help you understand products. Thank you.
Act as an investment vehicle to mobilize money from public and invest in different markets and securities, okay, in order to earn interest and generate returns for its investor based upon the agreed investment objective. The primary role which mutual fund play is to earn stable interest income and assist the investors to create wealth in the long term. Investor, on its other way, shares money, be part of the fund, and expect interest as well as capital appreciation. Mutual fund by itself, the fund manager, plays a role of participating in the investment securities market and generate returns for the investors. Collectively, investors come together with a common objective and hand over the money to the fund manager, who therein participates in the market and invests in various markets to generate returns and in turn give it back to the investor. In the new fund offering, the investor would get its share in the mutual fund at a price of 10 rupees per unit. For example, if the fund has mobilized 1 lakh rupees and the investor has contributed 1000 rupees, he would get 100 units of 10 each. As things progresses and the investments generate returns, the net asset value increases over time. Based upon that, the investor earn the capital appreciation, and in the interim process, wherein the dividends are distributed, they earn income too. Mutual funds create schemes based on investor preferences. Each investor would have a different investment objective, and therefore, over a period of time, mutual funds have been creating schemes in order to satisfy those investment objectives. However, broadly, there are quite more than 2000 schemes which are in the market, and that's where some confusion creates. Just to classify the investments into few broad categories, it could be classified under the structure, which is mostly a tenure of its investment. Asset class, based on what type of asset class would the investor would seek exposure. Third, the investment objective, primarily because of which the investor invests. When we come back to the structures are classified into three: open-ended, closed-ended, and interval funds. Open-ended funds are supposed to be for a longer period of time, which is open right from the new fund offer till the mutual fund exists. Closed-ended fund, as it says, has a specific maturity, and thereafter it ends and gives back the money to the investor. Interval, as it is a combination, investors, based on its appetite, risk appetite, as well as the investment objective, invest in various asset classes. The fund manager based on the investment objective, would invest into debt, which is purely the investments into treasurables, government securities, corporate bonds, and debentures. Equity, as the name suggests, the exposure is taken towards all the equity shares which are in the stock market based on the indexes which the fund manager benchmarks itself.